Hello everyone, I'm Reverend Glenn with the Southern Delta Church of Wicca, ATC. Today on the Pagan Gardener, we are going to be up-potting some of our tomato sprouts. So what's up-potting? These are Better Boy hybrid heirloom tomatoes that I planted about 3 weeks ago. Now the soil that I planted them in is not very nutrient rich, and it doesn't need to be, because the miracle of life is already inside the seed. It just needs substrate and water to grow. Now once it sprouts, we nurture them. We keep moisture on them, not too much, and plenty of light and warmth. And once they get big enough, they start having secondary leaves pop out on the top. Now when they get to this size, it's time for up-potting. Up-potting is when we remove the plant from the seed trays that we started in and put it in a larger container. Doesn't have to be very large, but it will have dirt that's a lot more nutrient rich, so it can start developing its root ball and get nice and healthy. We want a healthy root ball before it goes into the garden. Now the first thing I'm going to do is mix up some cow manure and some topsoil. This will give our tomato plants plenty of nutrients to feed on while it grows its strong roots. So now that I got my compost and topsoil mixed very well, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my cup for up-potting. I don't want to fill it too full, because what I'm going to be doing is pulling out a very specific plant. You just lift up on the tray. Stick your finger underneath the one that you know has the plant, which is this one, and push up. Now we will try to reuse this seed tray for as long as we can. So now we have to determine how far up this needs to be, so I need a little bit more dirt in there. All right. Now, anytime you're transferring a plant, no matter how big or small the plant is, you want to make sure you keep some of the native soil that it came from and have some of the soil that it's going to. That way it all kind of mixes together. Because here's the thing, the moment you pull a plant out of the soil that it's been growing in, even if it's directly in the ground or if it's in a pot, it immediately goes into shock. This plant is right now in shock. It's freaking out. You don't know what to think. You don't know what's going on. So now it has plenty of nutrients to feed on. And the first, most important thing that we need to do to this plant is give it water. I love using these types of bottled waters. It's a sprayer. It's a pump spray, kind of like a spray dock. It ain't got to be this particular brand. I've had a few different brands of these, but it provides a really good misting to the plant. And it's not a lot of work, because a regular spray bottle has a trigger that you have to sit there and pump over and over. It gets tiring. It's very demotivating. This thing, very simple, very easy, and not too heavy. You can put fertilizer like Miracle Grow in here. This one does not have that. I do not want this one for it. It's just for straight water. But you want to give the plant really good watering, because like I said, this is in shock right now. It's just freaking out. Now you can see it's already puddling up. We want it to go down. Topsoil is just basically sand. You don't want it to be flooded, but you don't want it to be dry. There's plenty of moisture already in there. And that tomato plant has been up potted. So now it's going to have plenty of space for its roots to develop. It's going to intertwine all in there. This plant will probably get about this tall before it has to be either put in another plant potting or go directly into the garden. All right, we have 36 Better Boy hybrid heirloom tomato plants that have been up potted. Every one of these have their secondary leaves. The next time that these get transplanted from this to something else, it should be in the garden unless we have problems with frost. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Pagan Gardener. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. That's going to do a lot for our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of the new videos we got coming out. We got a lot of work going on here at the garden, and we're using this greenhouse that we just got built. So until next time, for the Pagan Gardener, blessed be.